You have an iPhone X, iPhone 10, whatever, but you want to protect it while keeping the good looks. Here's a bumper and a skin I think you'll love. Welcome back to the Tech Fighter channel. Do you have an iPhone that you want to protect, but you don't want to lose the good looks? You don't want to lose the great feel in the hand by putting a big old bulky case on it? Well, man, I have something right up your alley. We have the dBrand skin, and we have quite a good looking bumper here, the Nova bumper by Graphics Expressions. Check that out. Look at that beautiful, beautiful skin and the precise cutouts for everything, even where it matches there. The seams, wow, I was absolutely astonished at how well I was able to put this skin on. Even the speaker holes, look at that. Now, if you look really close, you'll be able to see where those seams connect, but that's kind of where the bumper comes into play. Before we get to that though, check out how even the Apple logo and the camera, the buttons on the sides, the precision cut of this skin is just absolutely amazing. As an aside, check out that glass screen protector. Now, if you don't want the skin to go all the way around on the edges and the corners, you can always use one of these. When you order from dBrand, they'll give you both options, the ones that have the edges and the ones that don't. And as you can tell, the ones that do have the edges are going to be slightly more complicated to install. The reason being is that those corners are going to require that you bring out the blow dryer. The blow dryer will heat up those corners to where then you can press them up against the phone, and as you do, they'll practically disappear, making it look like one solid piece. Shifting our focus over to the bumper, it's called a Nova bumper made by Graphics Expressions. Look at the build quality on this baby. I mean, it has a really nice feel because it's some sort of aluminum, but it also has TPU in key sections of the bumper, so it'll be flexible enough to go on your phone. Unfortunately, the cutout for that mute switch is horrible, but the build is good. And actually, I've already dropped my phone in this sucker. But man, I'll tell you, look, it's right here. That dent, that's the damage I had on that corner, and then this other little bit of a scratch here. But that drop was something like 6 feet, and my phone suffered absolutely no damage. Check out the flexibility on the bottom because, well, that helps to be able to get the phone in there without struggling too much and without it having to separate in any location. So you just drop that phone top first and then you push the corners up on that bumper so that flexible middle really helps it to go on there easily. We'll just give it a quick little wipe down to make it look extra nice as we look over the specifics of the protection of this bumper. Check that out. See those raised corners? Man, that does a great job of protecting that camera. Look at that. Beautiful. Now, if we swing the phone around to look at the power button, you're going to notice that it's not that raised. Well, that's because of this skin being on edge-to-edge skin. With the other skin, that is actually not an issue. It protrudes just enough to where it's easy to press, and it gives nice feedback either way. Now, looking at the actual coverage on the top, the protection to the screen, there's a slight lip for the front of the phone as well, but it's not going to be as noticeable because I have that thick glass screen protector on there. Now, as far as the cutout here for the mute switch, the toggle switch, it was an absolute pain in the butt. I could not use my index finger for the life of me to toggle that switch. I had to use my pinky. And man, that wasn't just not a great experience. Now swinging the phone around over to the top, there's a couple of little drilled holes here. I'm guessing that's, I don't know, for a lanyard. Now the bottom, the cutouts are pretty precise. Check that out. You have the speaker holes and the mic, whatever those drilled holes are in there. Holes? You know what I'm talking about. Also of note, there is a few TPU sections on this bumper that allow the signal quality to not degrade. So I'm guessing you might want to see how I put that on. So let's go ahead and take off that bumper, and we're gonna just take off this skin and we'll transition to a black skin, which by the way, I don't think I told you guys, but this is called the Dragon Skin by dBrand. Now, as we're pulling off this skin, you'll see how it comes off relatively easily and it's not gonna leave a residue. If you've seen my other video where I was applying the screen protector, you know I'm quite a doofus when it comes to this kind of stuff. But even this skin, which seems to be so difficult, went on quite easily. So I just made sure to match up the speaker holes from the phone to the speaker holes on the skin. Once I managed that, I just stretched the top of it to where it fit perfectly over the camera. And then I just proceeded to press the skin down on the back of the phone, always going back to make sure that the speaker holes kept their alignment. And then I proceeded to press down the sides of the skin as well around the different buttons and cutouts. I eventually make it up to the top of the phone where it fits perfectly because of the precise cut of the skin. Then we start making our way to the corners, and this is where it can get tricky. So you have to bring in a blow dryer. The heat applied to those corners makes them flexible enough to where you can position and press down to where eventually you have corners that look seamless. So let's go ahead and slap that bumper on again and look at how absolutely stunning this phone looks with the black dragon skin and this dark Nova bumper. Is it just me or does it look fabulous? Let's give it a quick wipe down so we can appreciate it in all its glory. Thanks for your attention, guys. Hasta la vista.